I request all the board members to please come inside. All the members, please. ಉಪಹಾರ ಸೇವಿಸಿದ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಹಲೋ 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 ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? ಹಲೋ, ಓಕೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Morning one and all present here. It's so wonderful to see on the Sunday morning everyone seated here for the third AGM annual general meeting of Shobha Valley View. On behalf of association, I warmly welcome every one of you all. I also welcome our President Sir, Shivshankar Sir, Secretary Raghav Sir, Treasurer Girish Sir, and other office bearers, Ashok Sir, Suresh Sir, Shobhan Sir, and Jyoti. Welcome you all. To begin our AGM on the auspicious note, I invite our President, Secretary, and Treasurer Sir for the lamp lighting ceremony, a tradition that symbolizes the light of knowledge, harmony, and unity within our community. Please, sir. Thank you everyone for this graceful and positive start to our meeting. We now have the pleasure of inviting Adya from 2053 to present a song to get a blessing from the God.
मामवतु श्री सरस्वती, मामवतु श्री सरस्वती, मामवतु श्री सरस्वती, मामवतु श्री सरस्वती। कामकोटिपीठ निवासिनी, मामवतु श्री सरस्वती। कोमलकर सरोज भृत वीणा, सीमातीत वरवागी पूजित भूषणामावतु श्री सरस्वती कामकोटिपीठ निवासिनी मावतु श्री सरस्वती चादिराज पूजित चरणा राजीवनयना रमणीय वदना सुजनमनोरथ पूरणचतुर निजगणशोभित मणिमयहार अजभववन्दित वासुदेव चरणार्पित वेदसारामावतु श्री सरस्वती कामकोटिपीठ निवासिनी मावतु श्री सरस्वती सरस्वती सरस्वती. Thank you.
That was a beautiful and soulful invocation song, remembering Goddess Saraswati. Thank you, Adya. I now request President Sir to announce the quorum.
Good morning, everyone. So, today, it is an adjourned AGM. So, for AGM, we require 50% of the total membership, and adjourned AGM, we require minimum 20%. It will come to 63. So, we have crossed more than 63. So, accordingly, I hereby announce that the meeting is on. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So now we shall proceed the meeting as per the order of business. So as per the order of business, the first is a roll call. As our President confirmed, we have the quorum. We shall now proceed with the meeting. Next, we have the proof of notice. As per our bylaws, the notice of this AGM was issued on 8th August 2025. The annual report was shared on 26th July via email and WhatsApp, according to the meeting clause 15.1 of our bylaws, which requires 17 to 15 days prior notice. We have provided 12 days notice. And according to the clause 15.2, the notice of the meeting was also displayed on the society notice board on 26 July, again meeting the 12 days of requirement. Next, minutes of pre-meeting. The meeting of third AGM held on 11th August 2024 are attached in the annual report on page 18 to 32. The minutes of meeting of second EGM held on 11th April 2025 is also attached in the page 33 to 39. With your consent, we shall take both as read and proceeding. Now, report of Board of Directors. The Board of Report found on page 4 to 17 contains details of board members, attendance, financials, resolutions passed, and other relevant matters. You all can take a look on that. Moving on, unfinished business and new business. Now, we'll deep dive into the new business, and agenda for today is address by our President, report by our Secretary, appointment of statutory auditors by Girish Sir, adoption of financial statements along with the Board of Directors report, and the report of financial statements in the auditor report, tabling of budget versus actuals by Shivshankar Sir, approval of revenue and capital budget by Girish Sir, and again we are seeking the consent for additional administration or operational quotations. This will be driven by Shivshankar Sir, and any other points which has to be discussed with the permission of the chair. Now I invite President Sir to address the meeting.
Dear members, as we reflect another eventful year, I feel humbled and honored to write to you in my capacity as a president of Shobha Valley View Heritage Apartment Owners Association. My journey with association began as a treasurer during the first term and later president, both roles given by me an immense sense of learning, pride and gratitude. Swami Vivekananda once said, "The lone who lives for others, the rest are more than dead than alive." With this spirit, I have concerned, I have privileged to serve the community and contribute in whatever way I could. From the very beginning, we adopted the philosophy of one team, a united group of residents with a shared vision to serve the community with integrity, transparency, and dedication. I am truly grateful to my fellow board members who reposed their trust in me and give me an opportunity to serve these leadership roles. I believe that the trust was not only a personal honor but reflect our commitment to shared responsibility. I am proud to say that we are completing our tenure with the same passion, unity that defines our one team approach. When we assumed the responsibility, there was no pre-existing framework to rely upon. As the first elected governing body, the registration of the deed of declaration and bylaws, we had opportunity and the challenges to build our systems from the ground up. Whether it is governance, maintenance, finance, residential engagement, resident engagement, everything had to be established afresh. Despite this obstacle, our focus remained on creating a transparent, inclusive, and resident-driven administration. We strive to strike a balance between structure and flexibility, ensure that with the system we put in place, empathy and accountability remain at the focus of our decision making. Documentation and communication were made key pillars. We made every effort to keep residents informed and involved. Several bold decisions were taken to made always it with the intent of safeguarding the long-term interest of the association. Once again, Swami Vivekananda beautifully said, every new thought or a truth passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second is violently opposed. Third is accepted as being self-evident. In many ways, our journey as a new board, an untested board, was walked in this pathway. And today we stand stronger, more prepared together as a community. Of course, some of the initiatives such as like formal handover of the apartment assets, legal due diligence, survey related matters remain pending due to delays from the developer part. We are confident that the committee will pursue this matter diligently and take them into logical conclusion in collective interest of the residents. Our tenure concludes on 31st August 2025. I wholeheartedly encourage fellow members, especially those with ideas, energy and spirit of service, to come forward and participate in the governance of our community. Let us keep our democratic spirits alive, striving, constructive feedback and differing opinions and dialogue are the part of the healthy progress, and our strength lies in our unity with diversity. I express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every resident who stood with us, questioned us, challenged us, encouraged us. Your support has made us journey deeply meaningful, and while this term may be coming to an end, our commitment to well-being of a community remains stand fast today, always. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request Secretary Raghav, sir, to present the report to the
Hello, Namaskara. So good morning, members. Welcome to the third AGM. For the past year, we have kept you updated through our regular updates through monthly newsletters. and also we have shared the same secretary report to our annual report. Okay. So here I will try to highlight the key milestone, major initiatives and important achievement from April 2024 to March 2025. The annual audited financial statements of the year ended 31st of March 2025 were approved by the Board of Directors on May 22nd, 2025 and circulated to all the members by various communication channels through ADDA and also through WhatsApp and also email on May 28, 2025 for your reference. So other key milestone, which are like we have I need to open my slide. Just a minute. It's too far to read. No. This is the age. Okay. So in total we have completed 13 board meetings, and the association was managed through regular board meetings and clear decision making process through these the board meetings. In 24 to 25 there are 13 the meetings which were met by the board, with each with the required forum, and all the decisions are made properly recorded in the minutes of the meeting, and those minutes of the meetings are shared with all the residents, I mean the members. And 13th board meeting on 18th August 2024, the new members were unanimously elected as office bearers, and that will be till 31st August 2025, means till end of this particular month. So as a president, E.S. Shivshankar sir has elected, and as a treasurer, Mr. Girish sir was elected, as a secretary, Raghav, myself was elected. And along with the water management, we have this year switched, this year means in the 2024 to 2025, so we have switched to direct Kaveri water supply, stopping the mixing of borewell and RO treated water. This have saved us close to 1 to 1.5 lakh liters each month, and also which lowered the electricity cost and kept the water quality well within the WHO standard. And we have incorporated 22 key surveillance points which were like digitally tagged with a QR code, and each QR code was strategically put across the whole SVV campus, which is on the ground floor across the campus, on the ground level in the parking area, and also in B1 and B2 where the network signal is there. What is these 22 key surveillance point means? At the every night, the security guard starting from 12 o'clock to morning 6 o'clock, every 1 hour, the security guard will go to all these 22 key surveillance points and he will scan the QR code. That QR code scan will actually record who scanned, what time it is scanned, and also they are put close to the camera, so we know that guard was there at that particular location if you want to take a report. So these reports are available for the estate manager and to the board to generate a report and to see that how the activities were happening. So regarding security upgrade and the fire safety measures, so in October 2024, we changed our security provider to SRT Security Force India due to the issues with the previous vendor performance, some of the unethical practices, manpower issues, salary compliance, and the GST payments with the previous vendor. So we have onboarded the new security the team. So these SRC was already active nearby RR Nagar, means many other properties they are already serving. So that way we could able to go and evaluate how they are performing, and also if there is a the manpower issues, they could easily source the manpower to us. Okay, our decision was fruitful, and the way of operation is very good, and it was very satisfactory as compared to the previous vendor. And next was installation of additional CCTV cameras. In the second AGM, which held on August 11, 2024, so members approved adding more CCTV cameras with a budget approval of 8.84 lakh. So with that, we have identified the points where we could able to install the CCTV cameras, and also we replaced 2 old cameras which were not working. So with that, the previous point which we have discussed in the previous slide, which helped us to identify these two key surveillance points where we could able to tag the QR code. So with these additional CCTV cameras, which could able to cover all the blind spot across the property, I'm talking about the current one, not the 3 acres. So it covered all the major areas where we could able to see who is coming in, who is going out, and also cover more than 1 or 2 focal points where we could able to identify the person who entered the property and what are the journey or what is the walkthrough has taken. Okay, so but still there are some of the areas which is not completed, which is like we don't have floor to floor the CCTV camera. So maybe the upcoming committee, maybe or in the future, the coming years, we could able to enhance our CCTV surveillance stage by stage. So some of the extra CCTV, the coverage, as we have planned earlier, we added additionally as we are installing the new CCTV cameras. That also we extended the cost, but not much, but it's a little bit, but we needed that coverage. So this upgrade has made premises safer and more secure for all the residents. So and also another important one, earlier we didn't have the surveillance room, so we have the surveillance room right now, and where we have running a couple of the TVs, and all the cameras were actually projected there, and we could able to see the live streaming of the content. And also we have the 2 backup of the CCTV camera content. One is on the main surveillance room, that is the master data, and also we are streaming the same data to the main gate security. So only authorized people will be able to access the surveillance room, and there is a data or the log will be maintained who is using it that particular data. And only few PM and the security supervisor has the access to the content. So we didn't get access to the other people who could able to misuse of the content. So, okay. So the fire at this one is for existing. No, I missed one point. Can you go back? Okay. The fire hydrant repair issue. Last year, in the month of August, this exact 1 month ago, so during Ganesha Visarjana, we have seen that we have repeatedly we have done this one. At the end of our Visarjana, if the rain does not come, we usually use the fire hydrant to make it as an artificial rain. So we did the last year the same activity. Unfortunately, the fire hydrant did not work. So that time we identified there is a problem with our fire hydrant system. So that was the biggest. From there we started. So what that let us know is by October 2024, we come to know that there are multiple leakages found in underground fire hydrant pipelines, which are like deep inside 10 to 15 feet, where the leakage is happening. That was actually causing the fire hydrant not able to work. So only the manually it was working. So that was the major issue. So then finally, we connected with the experts. So expert recommended replacing the leakage one, along with they moving the pipe to be above the ground instead of underground, because we can able to fix it, but again the repair issues happens, again we need to dig it. And also identifying the problem will be difficult because which is in the underground. So expert recommended replacing above the ground pipelines for easier maintenance and the quicker repairs. And we went for this was not in the budget. So board approved the work under the emergency power, which was like happened in the November 26, 2024 meeting. Now, on the ongoing maintenance, AMC was given to specialized vendor for monthly and quarterly for the check. So the impact significantly improved the fire safety readiness, and the entire system is fully automated as of today. So now this is for existing community protection. So here I'm talking about 2 parts. One is comprehensive fire insurance. Second one is third-party liability insurance. The first one, in February 2025, the association took a Bharat Gruha Raksha policy from the New India Assurance Company to provide the comprehensive fire and allied risk coverage for the entire property, which is valued around 210.81 crore. This step was aimed to safeguarding our community assets, ensuring quick recovery in case of unforeseen incident, and prioritizing the resident safety. Although policy was not part of our original budget, it was approved under the powers granted by the one of the resolution passed on second AGM held on September 29, 2024. The proposal and policy term was shared with all the members on February 5th, 2025, and we invited everyone to review the policy and share your suggestion before we can able to finalize. The policy covers from the period February 19, 2025 till February 18, 2026. So the premium will comes to us annually, which is like 3,23,392, which is including GST. So second one, third-party liability insurance. Alongside the first fire insurance, the association has taken the third-party liability insurance policy effective from March 24, 2025, which lasts till March 23rd, 2026, with a coverage of 25 lakhs per incident, and we can able to claim maximum 2 claims per year. This policy actually safeguards accidental injuries or damages to non-residents, such as delivery agents who visit our apartment regularly. I think every day we have more than 200 or 300 delivery agents who visit our residents, I mean our apartment. And there are some service providers and laborers who work in the apartment, and the contractors while inside our premises. The premium paid for this policy is 20,655, including GST, which is per year. By putting this cover in place, we have taken proactive steps to protect the association and residents from potential financial and legal liabilities arising from such any incident. Okay, so now we try to cover garden maintenance and the beautification. So everyone have seen how is our garden is flourishing now. So when we took the charge, the garden needed major improvement. Over the past 20 months, we have transformed the whole SVV, the garden, through de-weeding, soil enrichment, more frequent watering, and regular trimming. We have cut back on chemicals, using only minimal DAP when needed, and no urea, and relying on the red soil and compost from our own OWC plant. With pesticide use only in the affected spot. Board appreciated the garden team also by using the beautiful pictures of the flowers from our garden in the third annual report. I hope everyone has seen our third annual report. So we try to put everywhere or the pictures of the flowers which are flourished in our the garden. And I will take this moment. So the AMCs, the association adopted preventive maintenance approach by renewing into multiple AMCs during the year. So some of them are like infrastructure components such as lifts, fire safety system, gym equipment, and CCTV. These contract ensures timely inspection, service continuity, and help prevent costly emergency breakdowns. Okay. So community and communication initiatives. I will try to cover the temple rejuvenation and the Ganesha temple project. This is one of the different project we have took from the March 2025. The board began discussion of the rejuvenating the Muneshwara temple and building the new Ganesha temple in March 2025. We conducted a resident survey conducted across the community, received overwhelming support. In the second AGM, which held on April 23rd, 2025, a detailed plan was presented, queries were answered, and the member feedback was incorporated. So, and we also got the resolution passed, which was approved by overwhelming majority, reflecting the community consensus and cultural values. So completion of the temple now the temple is ready in the 3-acre land. So hope many of the residents might have already seen who are not residing here, who are visiting for the AGM. I would request after the AGM, please go and take a look at the 3-acre land and also how the temple is there. So the inauguration about the temple, which is scheduled on 14th and 15th of this month, I request all members to participate that milestone event.
So one of the key thing for this one is like identifying and claiming the land available for SVVNs and also making the concept and execution of the same, of this particular, the whole thing. So it brings immense pride and a satisfaction to what the work the whole team has done. And I really appreciate the whole board members to be part of this particular milestone, the structure, and also it's an event for us. And definitely all SVVNs can enjoy the output of this particular the thing in the coming years. Okay. So monthly newsletter initiative. This was not something new which we started from the beginning of the tenure. So we are keep on updating our residents and also not only the members to the whole resident about like what are the initiatives which are happening every month, and also we are updating what the meetings will happen and what is the upcoming events and how the members can able to participate on those events. And also we try to give a statutory compliance update, maintenance update, water quality reports, AMC update. So these are the main key areas we try to cover. So the purpose of this one is very simple. One is we are connected to the members and also reduce the load of reading the whole annual report once in a year. So that way they can able to get the taste of every month one. So that's the main idea, and hope we are very successful on that one. And I really appreciate the board member for bringing that particular the idea and also the whole execution. So the last but not the least one, which is our cultural committee. So the cultural committee was one of the excellent team what we have. This committee is a mix of both the tenant and the owners. So it means that whole residents are actually part of this particular committee. So I would like to thank the whole cultural committee for organizing a full year of vibrant, culturally rich events that brought together residents of all the age group. So your hard work, creativity and dedication have made these occasions truly memorable for us and for our community. And also they have lined up another set of events for the upcoming next 1 week till the temple inauguration is completed. I would request all the members to be part of that particular event and make it successful and also memorable. So, and these are some of the key events which we have done from last 1 year. So, so please give a round of applause for the whole cultural committee. So I would like to thank every member who have put courage on, especially on me, who don't know about the association, and I never part of any association before. So I have followed by looking at the people who have served before me. So first I would like to thank the residents, members who have appointed me as a member, and also from last 1 year as a secretary, I could able to serve with the knowledge which I have more. And also from the board members who have helped me on improving the way of working and also adapting to the things which I never been, or maybe I never worked on that one. And during the whole process, this is a very learning for me, and also I could able to serve the people who I could able to see every day, and I interact with them, and also I'm part of the same community. So that gives a very immense pleasure to work on that one. So since the whole committee is ending by end of the month, and I will take the moment to thank you, each one of you, and also request the upcoming to form the new committee. So I would welcome the fellow members to please the part of the upcoming the new board, and have a courage and faith in yourself first, and yes, you can able to do it. So this is not something very hard job what you're doing already day to day in your life. So this is the only thing which is needed is the courage, and definitely all the member in the board and the resident will support you, whatever which is needed. And also I would say sorry if I'm maybe hurting anyone, knowingly or unknowingly. I felt it will be unknowingly, not knowingly. So, but if that is the case, I'm sorry for whatever the things, but I hope I have served you in whatever the way I could able to do it with the time which I had. And thank you everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for the detailed report on the digital enablement, security, surveillance, AMCs, community initiatives, whatnot. So many things we have done in this year. Thank you for the detailed report, sir. Now we are moving on. Yeah, we have the detail of appointment of statutory auditor and the financial statements along with the board of directors by Girish sir. I welcome Girish sir.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಗಿರೀಶ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಟ್ರೆಜರರು. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟ್ಯುಟರಿ ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ bylaw and also according to the Karnataka Apartment Ownership Act 1972. So every year we appoint our statutory auditors. So from past 1 year, MUV and Co Chartered Accountants, that is CA Mr. Manjunath and his team, they are doing auditing for our SVV association. And they are doing an excellent job. We are very much satisfied with their services. With that point, I would like to propose, your board proposes MUV Co and Co Chartered Accountant to be appointed as statutory auditors of Shobha Valley View Heritage Apartment Owners Association from the conclusion of 3rd Annual General Meeting till the conclusion of 4th Annual General Meeting for audit of accounts of the association for the financial year 2025-2026. Your board recommends to pass the following resolution with or without modification. Resolve that pursuant to the previous provisions of Chapter 7, Clause 47, Clause 48 of the bylaws and the other applicable provisions, if any, of the Karnataka Apartment Owners Act 1972 as amended from time to time, or any other laws for the time being in force, including any statutory modifications, amendment thereto, or reenactment thereafter for the time being in force. MUV and Co Chartered Accountants be and are hereby appointed as the statutory auditors of the association. Resolved further that MUV and Co Chartered Accountants shall hold the office as the statutory auditors of the association from the conclusion of the 3rd Annual General Meeting until the conclusion of 4th Annual General Meeting, and shall conduct the statutory audit for the financial year ending March 31, 2026 on such recommendations as may be fixed by the Board of Management governing body members in consultation with the said auditors. Now, I request all the fellow members who agree with the proposal to raise their hands in consent. Thank you. I now request who would like to dissent on this one, who want to vote no for this resolution. Okay. The conclusion is over by the majority, the statutory auditors are being hereby appointed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Shiv Shankar sir to present the financial statements and the report and also talk about the budget versus actuals.
same folder, TRS. Next. Yeah. So the agenda for now is to receive, consider, adopt the audited financial statement of the association for the financial year ended 31st March 2025, together with the report of the Board of Manager and audits thereon. So I will just give the highlights, then we will go to financials and we will see each and every point. So income for the year is 3 crore 39 lakh 42,366 versus last year 1 crore 83 lakh 61,483. Our expenses is 2 crore 8509 5 versus 1 crore 37 lakh 33 210. So our profit or surplus after tax is 36 lakh 40,763 and 34 lakh 45,020. So our taxes what we have paid is 17 lakh 92,038 versus 11 lakh 83,253. So if you see 2024, so it is only 6 months figure and this is 1 year figure. So we have started from 1st October 2023 onwards. So strictly, so both the numbers are not comparable. So you might have to extrapolate into 12 months and then you have to compare. So otherwise, if it is C, so there is a sudden jump in the expenses and income. So that is because it is a 6 months figure. This is full year figure. Next. And we have as on today FD of rupees 8.71 crores, including interest accrued. And amount received from developers as on today is 8 crores. And balance receivable from developers is 1.36 crores. FD wise details are given in schedule 9 and 9A. We'll go to financial statement PDF. Page number. Page number 50 of annual report. Page number 50 of the financial statements disclosed in the financial statements in the page number. So if you see fixed deposit, maintenance deposit fund, that is 8 crore rupees what is shown. So it is what is the amount received from the developers. And asset fund is nothing but a fixed asset fund, asset purchased to the extent of 11 lakh 99,877. That you can match with property, plant and machinery on the asset side, 11 lakh 99,877 and 11 lakh 99,877, which will match. Then designated fund we will come little bit later, and unrestricted fund. Unrestricted funds is a funds which we can management can utilize for the purpose of the objects of the trust or the association. Then non-current investment is nothing but a fixed deposit what we are talking about 8.71 crores. This includes accrued interest and cash balance. Sundry debtors. Sundry debtors is something which we have to receive from the members. Maintenance collection we have to receive from the members. And this is other current liabilities and provisions is something March month expenses which we have to pay in the month of April. So that we have created the provision of 29 lakh 59,328. The detailed thing it is already there in the financial statement which is already circulated. Sir, go to page number 57. Yeah, here I have given the movement of all the funds. We have earlier 5.5 crores was the initiatives have contributed. There is a savings in the electricity. And purchase, repairs and other expenses, what we have budgeted is 20 lakhs, now it is 35 lakhs. It is an account of 2-3 things. One is fire AMC, we already discussed. So that is something which is urgent, which we can't wait for the AGM to clear the approvals. And last year we dug one borewell in April 4th, 2024, I believe. So even for that, there was no approval. Because the situation was that, on that day it was like that. If you see in the Falcon City, they used to tell, don't take it for bathrooms, you have to take a tissue paper. So that kind of advertisements they were publishing. So that was the issue in 2024. So we could not, call for AGM and take the approvals. So because of that, it is the expenses have increased, and almost all the expenses, I think we are within the parameters. So the separate explanations is already been given in note number 5A in page number 67 and 68. With this, this tabling of the budget versus actuals, I will be completing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Girish sir for the approval of revenue and capital budget.
Yeah, hello once again. So I thank our beloved CA Shivshankar sir for the wonderful presentation, and you can observe the discipline, financial discipline, what we are following through. The margin of errors are negligible. We are very much in the budget, what we had proposed and what we have spent. So now is the opportunity for me to present the budget for the upcoming financial year. Budget for the period from October 1st, 2025 till the September 30th, 2026. Budget for the period October 1st, 25 to September 26. Total budget expenses.
Page number 69.
69.
Yeah. So one more. This thing is missing. Next one. Yeah. Okay. The budget for the period October 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2026, the total budgeted expenses for the period. The budgeted expenses for the period, revenue expenses before GST, 2 crore 96 lakhs 78,019, and the GST for the above is 29 lakhs 61,754, and the total budget would be 3 crore 26 lakhs 39,773. The next one. The revenue expenses breakup and justification. For a simple understanding, we are proposing the budget in two these things every 6 months, half yearly, and the last column would be budget. This is breakup for the budget for the period of October 25 till the September 26, and actuals for the year ended March 31st, 2025. So here we can see, as Shivshankar sir explained about electricity, common area electricity charges, that is A and B. So the difference is 2,17,168, that is within 5% of the margin difference. We have increased it by around 5%, the budget we have proposed, because obviously we all know the electricity charges are going to increase in the future coming months. So that's why we have kept this 5% additional request. And the DG maintenance, that is a diesel consumption, we have proposed for 4 lakhs, and the before year was 3,50,000. The additional 50,000 we are asking for the future budget. As the petroleum prices, diesel prices might go up, we have kept around 14.29% as a buffer. Water charges, that is also around increase. So this has increased significantly. We all know the water charges, BWSSB has increased tremendously. The previous year it was only 77,175. Now we have proposed for 1,20,000. So difference of around 42,000. That is, though the percentage looks pretty big, 55.49. Actually, when it is converted, it looks this is a very small amount, 42,825. That is what the additional thing which we have asked for. Employee costs, including housekeeping, landscaping, and electrical. These are the salary things. This, in accordance with the government increase labor department's minimum wages act. Accordingly, we have proposed. This is also around increase of around 8.35%. Pest control expenses, STP, so other expenses are there. Garden maintenance, this also we have proposed for increase of around 1,33,760, because we may have to employ additional gardeners for the 3 acres which we have got. So for that, though it is again 39.62, it amounts to only 1,33,760. Security expenses. So previous year and this year. So what has happened here, we have split it into 2 halves. So one is budget for the period October 26 to 25 to March 2026, and the other one is April to September 2026. So here, to compare for the previous actuals, we may have to add up these 2 things, then we get an actual idea here. Security expenses, there is going to be slightly increase, again according to the 3 acres of land, additional expenses, additional guards we may have to employ, and again labor laws, whatever it states, for that we have kept a buffer for this much. So 50,000 per month salary for 2 security added to the budget guarding the 3 acres of land. So from October 2024 onwards, security charges increase, which is in the line of minimum wages of law amendments. So this is, the next is budget for the other purchases and expenses. So AGM expenses and other small expenses you can go through here. Over and all, by large, we have maintained similar expenses. Nothing very big major changes in this one. Next one. Budget for the AMCs and other expenses. So here, as Shivshankar sir explained, borewell water pump repairs and charges, we have reduced the allotment of budget for this one, because since the last year we had to come up with a new borewell of around 5 lakhs or something. That is what the difference which is shown up here. CCTV camera charges, that also it is there. AMC charges, it remains almost the same. Gym AMC. Firefighting system, AMC, so that we have implemented only recently. So previously that was not there. Since that you can see the difference here. DG maintenance, we have sustained almost the same. Lift AMC, that is also in a similar ground. software renewals same. Total AMC charges, by and far, it remains the same. Next. Budget for accounting, audit, legal and professional fees. Statutory audit fee and filing income tax returns, so that we have kept the same. Professional charges, that also we have kept the same. Employee for accounting and digital initiative, this also almost been the same. Little bit small minor increment we have provided for the last year it was only for the 6 months, and this we have budgeted for the entire year, and that is what it is showing the difference. Budgeted for a community event expenses. So this is the budget which we have allocated for the community cultural events and other expenses. So you can find a lot of difference here. The difference is only due to the previous year. Whatever the contributions we have received towards these cultural activities, that can be offsetted. So if we offset that much, so in fact we have reduced the budget for our cultural events. Previous year actuals does not include the collection from the residents. If that is netted off, it will be reduced. Budget for the insurance rates and taxes. Insurance, fire, third party, breakdown insurances, that is a newly introduced, and the previous years that might be probably the carry forward thing. Internet and communications, by large the same, or slight increase is there. Subscription rates, that is increased because again previously we were that we have taken up much later in the year, so that has increased up here. Balance is prepaid expenses in asset side of the balance sheet. Now next we can go for a Q&A related to the budget. Then after the Q&A I will propose for the resolution for the adoption of the budget for the coming year. You can come up with any questions, sir.
Do we have an estimate of what would be the expenditure for the extended land that we are going to work on?
So as of now, the security and the garden things, these are the two things we have anticipated, and accordingly we have provided in the budget. Electricity also marginally we have provided for that one. So remaining as such, we don't see much of an expenses, and we also see that whatever the current CAM charges what we are collecting, we should be able to manage it comfortably. The compound issue that I think
Security measures is there. Anything is taken care for that?
as of now from our association we are budgeting for additional 2 security guards. And regarding the compound wall, detailedly our president sir will explain what the discussions we had with Shobha, that is Mr. Balaji. That is, it looks like one side fence or the wall which has been removed from this side, that might go to the opposite side. The remaining wall which is towards to left side of the property, that still needs to be discussed. I think we will bring it up at the end.
We'll take it up that portion at the end. Please remind us, we will talk about.
Yeah.
This is all from October, correct?
Yeah.
October 25 till next March 26. No offense meant, but this committee continues further. If it doesn't continue, why is this being allocated when the tenure is ending by August 20?
It is by law, it is a mandatory. We cannot leave a gap period here. As an last year annual budget, what we have mentioned, after that 1 year, we have to present the budget. And our commencement was of course by October, but financial year is March to April. So that is the reason we have to come up with this one. And I'll tell you, apprehension about, that's a very common thing. Everywhere you would have seen, the next
committee, which comes forward, they can call up one more AGM or anything, and they can do whatever the amendments which is there, and they can get the approvals.
Just to audit whatever Girish sir told, see now they are supposed to take the charge on 1st September. Okay, so we are in August. So to call the AGM, so at least it requires some around 15 to 20 days of preparation, because we have to get it prepared, get it approved, give on 15 days notice and come up. And a new committee, it takes time for them to settle down, understand what has happened, what is the expenses, how do I budget and other things. See, we have not budgeted anything about capital expenditure. Let the new committee take care of the capital expenditure. We are talking about all our revenue expenditure, and which is something is unavoidable. Security I need to provide, electricity I need to provide. I have not budgeted anything extraordinary.
That is why you can see there is no much of a deviations here.
Deviations from the thing. So we have not touched, keeping that in mind, so we have not touched any capital expenditure. So, and if assuming something is not there, or they can increase the budget, they want to increase the budget, they can always come back with the EGM. So that can be, that provision is there. That is the purpose why we have kept this. So we were also thinking whether we should bring it or not, because this will continue, because when another committee tenure will end August, because they have to give the budget and they go to a new committee. That budget they have to follow.
The committee, whichever the committee is, the association and our society needs to run relentlessly, no breaks, anything anywhere in between. The finance needs to be planned and it needs to flow, and that is one of the main reason. So we have to go for this budgeting.
Yes.
So can we propose? Proposed resolution for the approval of the expenses resolves that the pursuant to the previous provisions of the bylaw and other applicable provisions, if any, of the Karnataka Apartments Owners Act 1972 as amended from the time to time, or any other law for the time being in the force, including any statutory modifications, amendments or reenactment thereafter, the revenue and the capital budget hereinafter collectively referred to as the approved budget of the association aggregating to rupees 3,26,39,773 for the period from October 1st, 2025 to the September 30th, 2026 be and are hereby approved. Resolved further that the Board of Managers be and is hereby authorized to appropriate the revenue and the capital expenditures among various heads within the overall limits of the approved budget. Resolved further that the Board of Managers is also authorized to incur expenditure up to 10% in excess of the approved budget in case of emergency or contingencies, subject to obtaining prior approval at a duly convened board meeting. Now I hereby request all the members who approve the proposed budget to raise their hands. Thank you. Now I request the members who oppose this proposal raise their hands. So unanimously this budget proposal has been approved. Thank you. So from my part of commitment towards this society, as a treasurer, I would like to conclude. As we all know, 31st August is going to be the final last day of our office. I sincerely thank each and every members and our fellow board members for giving me this opportunity and to serve this society. I again, as our Raghav sir said, I request other members, eminent members who have skills and knowledge about the finance to come forward to participate and represent all of us, all the members, and take the responsibility further. Thank you. So I'll discuss about the camp gesture. I'll brief once. So finally, after adoption of the said budget, So as you can see, income from the activities collectively, collections from the facilitations, 17 lakhs, income from investments, deposits, whatever we get, that is around 54 lakhs, totaling to around 71 lakhs. And the projected expenses, as I stated before, 3 crore 26 lakhs 39,773, the total, and the deficit stands at 2 crore 55 lakhs 39,773. Deficit per month is 21 lakhs 28,314, and the super built up area, that is 4 lakh 85,641, which can be divided, it comes to monthly maintenance expenses per square feet of super built up area stands at 4.38, 4 rupee 38 paise. And currently we are collecting 4 rupee 51 paise, which is very well below and which can be maintained. And there is additional cushioning of around 3% also, and what we are collecting, 4.51%. So whatever the future committee which is going to come up, they do have this cushioning. The 3% cushioning is there. Over and above, other 7%, they have the authority to increase for any contingency situations. They have the authority to go to up to 10%. And as you know, that may not be the situation, which can be very well managed. As you all know, the first quarter we only collected at 4.1. So that much revenue, there was a deficit. So we still were able to manage with the current finances. Only recently we have increased up to last 2 quarters, which we are collecting at 4.51. So it should be a comfortable walk as of what we see. That's it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I again welcome Shivu sir for the consent to seek the administration or the operational quotations. I welcome you, sir.
Once again, welcome back. See, these are the some things which we feel that, as a board feels that in the long term, it is not that tomorrow if something happens or, so it is not 1 year or 2 years. I am looking at 10 years down the line or 20 years down the line. Keeping that in mind, so we are proposing some resolutions. Okay, so it is completely, if people are accepted, then we will go ahead, otherwise we will keep it back, or any amendment is required, we are ready. So it is our thought process, keeping 10 years down the line, how we can manage the association. With that background, I am proposing some of the resolutions where people will start asking, where is the rule for this? Where is the rule for this? We are trying to bring some rules so that some discipline is maintained. So, because AGM is the august body where they can give a direction to the board, okay, within this framework, you can work on that. So I am putting forth some of the things which, if everybody agreed, so then it will be there. Otherwise, we can modify or we can delete, we can do anything. Next. So with respect to resolution to regulate the related party transaction involving board of manager and their relatives. So, which we have followed from last 2 years. There are many proposals from the relatives of our board. The moment they consider their relative, they have told, even if you pay 110 rupees more also, let us not do the related party transactions at all. So it will raise us questions, so though it has been done in a good intent, people start, questioning the board. And the moment you question the board, the credibility of the boards will come down, and thereby their decisions will be questioned everywhere. So we try to do in such a way that let us not do any related party transaction.
We have been doing this one as a unwritten rule. We would like to propose
let us make it as a rule by passing a resolution.
Yeah.
So that it can be transparent and no conflict of interest or any of those kind of things can arise.
At the same time, so there has to be some flexibility. See, like some reimbursement of expenses. So we go somewhere, we will buy some puja item for some festival, so that reimbursement required to be given. So what we have capped, for reimbursement of expenses, 50,000 rupees per year, you can claim a reimbursement. All members put together, all board 9 members put together, they can claim the reimbursement of expense. And yes, there might be a situation, it is not only reimbursement, I would have like, somebody, it is there already there in their factory, they have to come and give it to here, 10,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees, they have to spend it and they have to claim. So for that, we have capped 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees for expenses and 50,000 rupees for reimbursement of expenses. Because we have seen in last 2 years, we have not identified any such expenses which we regularly go to the board member and we buy it. So even if it is required, so let us avoid it in the interest of the board member as well as in the interest of the association. So keeping independence, integrity and transparency of the association affairs and long-term interest of the association, I would like to propose the following resolution. Come. I will just read it out. Resolved that in the interest and maintaining a transparency and avoid any real or perceived conflict of interest, the Shobha Valley View Heritage Apartment owner shall not enter into any related party transaction with any current board of manager and their relatives or entity, company, firm or business in which such board of directors or their relatives has an interest, whether directly or indirectly, whether such transaction involves commercial, financial, contractual dealing with association unless specifically permitted under this resolution. Resolved further that reimbursement of documented expenses incurred by the board of manager in the ordinary course of discharging their responsibility shall be permitted, subjected to overall cap of ₹50,000 per year in the entire board collectively and not as per the board member basis, which is reimbursement being subject to proper documentation and board oversight. Next, resolved further that in genuine emergency situation, related party transaction not exceeding 50,000 in a financial year may be permitted, provided that expenses is urgent, unavoidable. Such transaction is brought to the notice of board immediately. Specific approval is obtained from the board along with the explanation of circumstances and justification for choosing that related party. Such transaction shall be disclosed to financial statements of the association. Resolved further that board shall be responsible for ensuring this compliance with this resolution and reporting any exception or breach to the general body. See, this is the resolution I would like to pass. I want people's consent or any thought process on this. Yes, sir.
I'll give you a minor example because I am the project officer. When I was here for sitting on Srinivas was asked to pay 3,500. Okay, I got my own person, got it done, he paid only 900. Okay, this is an in-house transaction. Tomorrow, whoever is there in the board, if they are substantially within their firm relative, able to say it. See, this is what I would recommend. You don't float it to any relative or within the board. You float the quotation from every year's 30 years prior. Whosoever can at least have 5%, 10%, much better valuation than that. If it is saving for the company or the entire partners or owners, why not? First give it to outside, float it, give 30-day gap, and then let it decide. If you are getting a much better quote, it is not a question of conflict of interest. It is savings for the apartment.
That is one way of looking at it, yes. Next. Sir, any other questions? Any other things?
So that is the major part of the
Yeah, so that is the one way of looking at it.
Whatever the vendor, one vendor is giving the rate, you are finalizing and giving the things here. But we need a vendor's list also 3 to 4 vendors. Who is giving the best rate? That's what the display in the system.
No, we are not telling you don't take a 3 or 4 quotations. We are only saying don't. Okay, it is considered. I request all the members to consider the points which has been raised. Sir, yes, sir.
For that purpose only you have given 50,000 rupees cushion for annual
Yes.
More than enough. Otherwise, see, if any conflict of interest occurs, there are lots of debates, and there it starts division of our society. So that's why it's better what you have proposed as
Okay, sir. Next, anybody, sir? Any other modification? Anything where I should do it? See, I would, yes, the practicality is there. So that's why we have kept 50,000 for small things. What we are looking at is bigger transactions. Okay, assuming I'm just giving an example where I'll run the security agency. I will send a pest control agency. Okay, so the moment you engage yourself, you can't, any deficiency is there, who is going to question you? More than that, see, all these things when until it's going on, everything is fine. So we have seen in the last elections, we did something, so at the end of the elections, everybody will question. They are telling, so everything you have supplied from your this thing, how do I know that it is correct or not? Even for that, assuming we are spending on 10,000 rupees more, our budget is 3 crore rupees. It is 0.01% of the savings. And according to me, nobody is even to bother what is on 10 paisa you save. So keep the integrity and financial transparency in mind. I think this board, as members, are afford to pay that extra small amounts in order to keep the integrity intact. I think that is more important than saving the small amounts. That's what is my opinion. With this, I request.
It might or might not be a small amount. Question is that.
No,
see, why I compared, I put 3,000 was a third party vendor. He paid only 900. That is the difference.
Yes, okay.
Again, insurance, when you gave the first proposal, I made, the difference came down to 40,000. Further negotiate with your vendor, whatever.
I am not telling you don't get the vendor. I am only telling you don't do transaction with your own firm. So you can get the vendors from anywhere.
I am recommending first, more in-house vendor. First, this is what I recommend. Float it for 30 days. If anyone's not objecting, or unless and until there is a substantial difference, only then the question should arise.
Yes, that is a point everybody has to consider. So with this discussion, I am putting this resolution on voting. I request those who are in favor of this resolution, request you to raise their hands. And thank you. Those who are not in favor of this resolution, request you to raise their hands. Thank you. So with this, I say that this resolution is passed. Next.
See, if this happens, how do you monitor the quality of work that is happening?
Who?
When you have in-house vending or whatever you do.
Yes, now we are not allowing. Only 50,000 rupees you will.
Even 50,000, how is that?
Sir, it is small things. We can't see. We have to. It is an adopt for the year. So it is very big amount. Next. Continuity of insurance policies with New India Assurance Company. You see, we did lot of exercise on this. We have 3 insurance. Actually, Raghav sir has mentioned 2 insurance. Third one is taken in the month of April, I believe. So that's why he has not mentioned in his annual report. Fire insurance, any fire related within our compound. So as per the bylaw, whatever the area is there, that is covered in the fire insurance. Third party liability insurance is once again every month. So footfall from outsiders is some around 9,000 people. 9,000 vendors are coming and going out of the community. They will be using some machineries, there will be some lifts. If something goes wrong, they will file a case, we have to pay compensation because it is our responsibility to ensure that, so they have been taken care. For that we have taken the insurance. And equipment breakdown insurance. The fire insurance covers only the fire related hazards. Okay, earthquakes and all it will get covered. But when the breakdown happens, that will not cover in the fire insurance. Like, so transformer, there is a breakdown or lift breakdown, that kind of things is not covered. So for that we have taken a separate insurance of some around 7.5 crores. All the equipments worth 7.5 crores insurance has been taken. On this, we have given the list of all our assets with the photographs. This is the transformer, this is the number, this is the photograph. We took almost 1 month to compile each and every data, and we have submitted as a proposal. They have approved. Our yearly premium is around 46,000 rupees, which we are paying for breakdown insurance.
We have categorically we have categorized and identified each and every asset, machines, every equipment. We have earmarked the numbers, particular numbers to every aspect, and the same is being provided for the insurance provider. So it is very well organized, and it is recognized all the machines and equipment parts, and the insurance is going to serve very well for us in a long term.
So this is not been kept in a 1 day or 2 days in future, because if you see last 5 years there are 3 fire accidents within our 500 meters. You can see there is in 2019-20 there is some around 20 buses has been KPN buses has been fired, and there are 2 fire accidents next to our building, opposite to our building. Keeping that in mind, so we have created the insurance policies. Any change in the insurance company or discontinuation of the existing policy or modification of the product structure, including downgrading of coverage, shifting of insurance for these key policies, shall require prior approval of the members at the duly convened AGM or EGM. Because, so it is last 5 years we didn't have any insurance. With the God's grace, nothing has happened. Assuming some board member after 5 years or 4 years, they feel that it is a burden. So let us reduce the cost karke. If they discontinue, then we are in a big risk. Something goes wrong. So that's why we are trying, don't modify, don't downgrade, don't change the policy. If you want to change, you come to AGM and explain the differences and do it. So in order to keep the interest of the members at the large, so I propose to pass this resolution, so to continue the insurance without any changes. Next, I would like to pass this resolution. Resolved that association shall continue to maintain the fire insurance, third party liability insurance and equipment breakdown insurance with New India Assurance Company, or any change in the insurance company or discontinuance of these policies or alteration, downgrading, coverage shall undertaken only with the prior approval of general body at the annual general meeting or extraordinary general meeting. Resolved further that this restriction shall not apply to other insurance policies such as employee related insurance, event specific insurance. The board shall have a full authority to evaluate, modify, discontinue or decide on issuance of such product on such other areas in the best interest of the association. What I am trying to say, leave these 3 as it is. If other insurance, if you want to take, you want to modify that and all, let the board take. This is something which is concurrence with the AGM, I am trying to say, because this, tinkering with this kind of policy is very dangerous, keeping in the long run in mind. So that's why I would like to pass this resolution. I request you to give any comments or anything on this in this regard. Now I move this resolution for voting. I request those who are in favor, request you to raise their hands. Thank you. Those who are not in favor, request you to raise their hands. Thank you. This resolution, I hereby declare that this resolution is adopted unanimously. Next, resolution to regulate investment of corpus fund and reserve fund. Essential to adopt a conservative and risk averse investment policy in respect of corpus and other long-term reserve funds. Given the volatile nature of capital market and potential risk of the capital erosion, it is proposed to prohibit any such investment unless the prior approval of general body or extraordinary general meeting is obtained. You can invest, come and take the permission of the general body. So this is the resolution I would like to pass. Next. Resolved that SVVHAOA Valley View Heritage Apartment Owners Association shall not invest any portion of corpus or other reserve fund in any of the following instrument: equity, debentures, mutual fund, whether it is a debt, equity, hybrid, any other securities or market-linked financial product, unless prior approval has been obtained from the general body at the duly convened annual general meeting or extraordinary general meeting. Resolved further that until such approval is granted, association corpus and reserve funds shall be invested only in fixed deposit with State Bank of India or HDFC Bank. Resolved further that Board of Managers shall ensure that compliance with this policy and maintain complete records of all investment in accordance with the approved framework. We are only trying to say, don't invest anywhere. So invest only in fixed deposit, only in HDFC and SBI. Because see, you might earn 1% or 2% in some cooperative banks and some banks, but 1% per year के लिए 100% keeping at risk may not be. I am not looking at today. I am looking at 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. We have seen Yes Bank has gone for restructuring. Karnataka Bank is in problem. Keeping that in mind, STFC, SBI we have chosen. So I would like to pass this resolution. If any questions are there, I am ready to answer on this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Compared to nationalized bank, SBI.
1 minute, sir. So please tell your number and tell your. 1 minute, 1 minute.
4091 S. Manjanathaswamy. Sir.
Full name.
S. Manjanathaswamy. Compared to this State Bank of India, which is nationalized bank, you are telling 4 thoughts in 10 years down the line. How you compare that HDFC Bank Limited and nationalized SBI Bank? Can you elaborate on that?
Only the thing is, SBI is something state-owned bank. Assuming, I am giving an example, if SBI goes bad also, you will get 5 lakh rupees. That is the insurance as on today. So for each depositor, they have only 5 lakhs. According to me, it is our personal and very subjective evaluation. So they are too big to fall. That's what we feel, sir. HDFC Bank and HDFC Bank, it's too big to fall. Assuming something that goes wrong, so the whole India it will go for a toss. So if that happens, then you keep anywhere, so it will not be safe. So keeping that in mind, so we feel that these are the 2 banks which may not fall, or it is too big to fall.
I don't know much about this. And compared to that, Indian post offices and on pure government, there if you are keeping.
Why you want to give the some, so the thing is, the moment you give the options, the options will be, that option becomes a,
in the interest of interest rate I am talking. But
per 1 year, how much you will save? 0.5%? 1%?
No, you have to tell. You are the expert. See.
No, what I am saying is, for 8 crore rupees keeping for 1% sake. So we may not be, prudent. That's what we feel. So if everybody feels that they can give it wherever, so then we are ready. So we can.
No, risk factor is less now, and we are going to pure central government like post office.
See, post office, whether it is a part of whether they can take association money or not, I don't know. So I really.
We have to explore. Exactly. That we have to explore that possibility.
Yeah, so anyways they can come back to AGM, and if they explore and they come back to AGM and if explain, and they can go for it. It is not that completely prohibited. We are only telling, if you want to invest, you come to AGM, explain, take the approval. I think with this, I am moving this resolution. Yes, sir.
Yes,
1 minute. 1 minute.
I am in favor.
Oh, yes, 1 minute. Sir, unit number and please.
My suggestion is that instead of only SBI, why can't we shift this one to any nationalized bank?
STFC.
Any nationalized bank. See, SBI, why we are restricting only to the SBI? Any nationalized bank can be.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? 0.1% it will increase. What do you think?
In future.
Allah, so they can definitely board can do it. So with the come fund, explain why you want to keep it and you do it. I have no problem.
Not only for the interest.
Sir, SBI rate is good, sir, at present. That is what. In nationalized bank, State Bank of India is doing good.
You want to keep it scheduled by.
Vijayendra Batija, 4135 again. I mean, we can definitely have HDFC, SBI, but rather disqualify any cooperative bank. Today HDFC is big. There was a time ICICI was big. Anything can happen anytime. Nothing can be told.
Correct.
Okay, as simple as this. So one, yes, as you have told, either propose or what I'd rather say is remove any cooperative bank. Apart from that, at that particular time, whichever bank stands strong, propose and transfer should be like internal within the committee, take a call and do it. As simple as this. The way you decided SBI and HDFC, again calling an AGM, there might be a golden opportunity at that particular time, because there is a phase wherein you get a much better FD rate. Calling an AGM or an extraordinary, general body meeting, you might miss that chance or might not have that quorum. Rather remove cooperative bank and at that particular time let the committee decide.
See, even Yes Bank is not a cooperative bank, so it has gone bad. Karnataka Bank is already a problem, it is not a cooperative bank. See, the moment you give the Punjab National Bank, just now it has come out. So what I'm saying is, so the moment you give the leeway, I'm not looking at 2 years, that's what I told you. So down the line, and all this FDs is made for 1 year. What we can do? We can't do at that.
Limit the options, what I'm telling you. That restriction might be another issue.
What I'm saying is, all FDs will not come on one day. So assuming some new FDs you want, because now what I have kept the FDs, up to next 12 months it will not get matured. Okay, so they have enough opportunity to come back to the AGM. From now onwards we can invest in this bank, they can come back, no problem on that. So with this,
I just have one point here. Prabhasar Lapu, 4124. I think what you said is really good debating that SBI or HDFC. There's one more point of view is, currently it is in HDFC, which is important, and it is a big asset, right? It is not a small asset. We cannot just move here to there, even though you have a quorum of even just an agreement of the board members. We can continue to have the HDFC if it is already in existence. Any changes on that needs a AGM, because it's a super critical amount for everyone. It's the largest amount that I would say.
see, as of now we have kept everything in HDFC. So normally we will compare SBI and HDFC. HDFC is 0.1% is more compared to HDFC, but there are some times where SBI can also be looked into. So I have not ruled out the SBI as a possibility here. That's why I have given two. So one is government owned, one is private bank.
As you rightly said, HDFC currently is too very huge. So conventionally saying collapsing or any mishap happening is going to be a very huge impact on entire Indian economy. So in comparison, that way we have chosen HDFC. But again, the option is always there. If you find anything needs to be changed, call an AGM, take the members' approval, and it's not such a big process. It's only 7 days notice. Calling up an AGM or an EGM, it's not that very complicated. Come, explain to all the fellow members what is the situation. Take the point interest. And of course, as he said, ensure at least keep maturing in different things. And those times are the situations when new associations can take a call on further investment of those entities.
With this, I will.
And another thing, it's not our observation is too big to fall. This is RBI observation. SBI and HDFC, they have observed it. It is too big to fall. So that's the reason. It's not the general statement.
Newsletter for members communication. See, from last 11 month, I think 12th month is pending. I think 10th is already gone. 11th is going to go now. 12th is pending. So, if you ask me, there is nothing is there in the bylaw, so we have to give the resolution, kind of periodical newsletters about what is happening in the association. So, we propose to pass a resolution mandating the boards to give the newsletter what is happening on 4 or 5 pages. We are not giving much. We are only giving 4 or 5 pages. They know that what is happening in the association, where the funds has been invested, whether GST has been paid within the time, whether GST returns have been filed within the time, TDS returns have been filed within the time, whether water quality is maintained, all critical details has been given in the newsletter, including cultural committee, what is coming in, what is going out, what are the repairs we have done in last 1 month, what are the expenditure, major, only 4 or 5 pages. I would like to make it as a mandate instead of more of voluntary position, keeping in mind a long-term plan, so that a secretary report should not come somewhere around 550 pages, I have done this repair and other things, only major things you get it to AGM, and small thing you communicate to the members then and there, so that if you want to question at that time only you can question. You need not wait for 1 year to what has happened to know that. So keeping
updates should be transparent and it should be shared with each and every member. Whether they take interest or whether they going to reciprocate, that's a different story. But communication from the board should go to the board, all the members in a timely manner, in a shorter time manner. That is going to be very transparent. That is what.
So that is the intent. So because if future after 5 years committee can come and ask where is there in the journal, so where I need to give the journal. So now we are making a rule so that you have to follow this rule. If you don't want to implement, you come back to AGM and say this is the reason why we don't want to give it. So if members accept, I have no problem. So next paragraph. We would like to pass this resolution. Resolve that in order to effectively communicate the ongoing events, activities of the association with its members, hereby decided to continue the practice of circulating newsletter on monthly basis. Resolved further that newsletter shall include but not limited to the following information: financial highlights, relevant statement, details of ongoing repairs, maintenance work, significant financial transaction undertaken during the period, updates on community-based programs and events, status of periodical statutory compliance and reason for non-compliance, if any. Resolved further that management committee shall have a liberty to enhance, modify the contents of the newsletter from time to time as deemed appropriate in the interest of transparency and community engagement. Resolved further that this practice of issuing newsletter shall be continued on regular basis in future. So I would like to pass this resolution. Those who are in favor of this resolution request you to raise their hands. Those who are not in favor of this resolution request you to raise their hands. I hereby declare that this resolution is passed unanimously. Thank you. Next. Resolution for maintenance and circulation of minutes of Board of Managers. The Board of Managers regularly meets to deliberate and decide on various matters concerning the functioning, maintenance, administration of the association. It is essential that these deliberations or decisions are properly documented through written minutes, which serves as official record and prompt accountability and institutional memory. To ensure this clarity alignment with the board, it is proposed that minutes of each meeting shall be circulated among the board members prior to next meeting and duly adopted in subsequent meeting. Further, in the interest of transparency and keep all the residents informed about the governance of the community, it is proposed that approved minutes shall be shared with the general membership through electronic means, preferably ADA platform or any other suitable digital used by the association. I would like to, because the minutes, the moment that we take decision today, tomorrow after 1 month or 5 months, we will not be knowing what people, what they have taken, who has proposed. Some people would have dissented for that resolution. Even that will get recorded. So even whatever the dissents are there, it's getting recorded. All the minutes are getting recorded. So it is better to, because there is nothing is there in this regarding bylaws. So in order to maintain the transparency, we would like to make it as a mandate to maintain the minutes as well as circulate it to the members, which we are already doing it. Next. Resolved for that in order to ensure proper documentation of decision and prompt transparency within the board, it is hereby decided to that minutes of all the meetings of Board of Managers shall be duly maintained in the structured and timely manner. Resolved further that minutes of each meeting shall be prepared and circulated of the board members prior to next scheduled board meeting. At the subsequent board meeting, the minutes of the previous board meeting shall be formally reviewed, signed, adopted by the board. Resolution for resolved further that for the benefit of all the members of the association, it is approved minutes of the board shall be made available to the members through electronic mode preferably by uploading on the Adda platform or any other digital medium officially adopted by the association. I am moving this resolution. Those who are in favor request you to raise their hands. Those who are not in favor request you to raise their hands. I hereby declare that this resolution is adopted unanimously. Next. This is the last one. I request another 5 minutes will complete. Resolution for prohibition of borrowing without approval of general body. The financial integrity and independence of the association is essential for long-term sustainability and confidence of the member. Borrowing from funds, a financial institution or third parties, whether secured or unsecured, can have a significant financial implication, including the risk, repayment obligation, interest burden, potentially encumbrance on community assets and reserves. To prevent any unilateral decision making in this regard and to promote collective responsibility and transparency, it is proposed that no loan shall be undertaken by the association without the explicit approval of the general body or AGM or EGM. This restriction ensures that critical decisions are made only in due deliberation and with informed consent of the members. So this is what the idea. So there are many associations where against FDs the members have taken the loan, so they have utilized. So to avoid any of that kind of unintended errors or omissions or whatever, so we are prohibiting from the board of members to take any loans. If you want to take the loans, you come back to the AGM, explain the terms, and if the approval of the AGM, they can take it, no problem. So this is the resolution I would like to pass in this regard. Next. Resolved that in order to safeguard the interest of the members and ensure the prudent financial management, SVVHAOA Valley View Heritage Apartment Owners Association shall not borrow or raise any loan from the bank, financial institution or third party, whether it is secured, against fixed deposit, receivable, other asset or unsecured, without the prior approval of general body at the duly convened annual general meeting or extraordinary general meeting. Resolved further that any such approval of borrowing shall be placed before the general body with the detailed resolution which shall also include purpose and justification for borrowing, the principal amount, rate of interest, tenure of loan, nature of borrowing, secured, unsecured, and security to be provided if any, repayment schedule along with the source of repayment, the assessment of the financial risk including impact of association cash flows and reserves, the name and proposer of the lender and terms and negotiation or any other obligation, contractual obligation. Resolved further that the approval of such borrowing shall be deemed to be valid only upon consent of majority of the member present in the voting at the AGM and EGM, and board shall not proceed to borrow unless such approval is granted. Resolved further that board shall ensure that full disclosure of any borrowing including compliance with resolution in annual general meeting of the association. This is what the resolution I would like to pass. Those who are in favor of this, yes sir. 1 minute sir.
In the current system, does this stop the company to go and hire any loan from the bank?
Sir, if you ask me, no.
It is there. In the bylaws it is there. You cannot borrow, you cannot pledge unless the meeting is ready.
Correct. So it is there. So I'm not telling no means there. It is already there. So it is not that we are not told. So we are making more, giving the structure. If you want to borrow the loan, you give these details and you buy. So there is a complete. But yes sir.
Clarify that I would like to ask the next level education. Does the authority limits which are prescribed today to the so-called president or secretary or treasurer to go and do individually to buy a loan?
Sir.
You understand what the point is, you want the gentleman has clarified this already there in the bylaws and you are giving this while this is code. Does the current law also permit the president or the secretary or the treasurer to go and have a loan from the bank showing that he is a secretary or he is a president? Does the current law state this like
No,
that?
so if you strictly speaking, it is not possible. So what I'm saying is, there is a, the kind of fraudulent practices, what has happened in the past association, what we have heard. So at least it has come to the, there are 100 things are there in the bylaws, which may or may not gone to the everybody's attention. So we are making explicitly clear. So whoever comes, if you want to follow this and do it, if somebody does some malpractices and fraud, there is no way we can prevent them. It is only individual integrity can only prevent them.
Why don't we say that in that case, this kind of a loan availing is not allowed at all?
No, because assuming tomorrow something comes, I am just giving an example.
See, if that untoward situation happens, and if the situation arises to demand a loan, let that be a separate meeting. But till such time, let us not even...
Correct. That's what we told. That's what we have told. See, what we have told, further receivable unsecured without the prayer of the general body at the duly convened annual general meeting of the association. You can't take the loan without the convening and approving, getting approved. Okay. Those who are in favor of this resolution request you to raise their hands. Those who are not in favor of this resolution request you to raise their hand. I hereby declare that this resolution is approved and adopted unanimously. Thank you very much. Once again, I thank all the members for giving an opportunity to work on this platform, first as a treasurer and president, so we could able to deliver whatever it is there. And there are many instances where keeping the association interest higher, personal interest aside, so we could have taken some decisions, which is I hereby, so without qualifying my statement, I hereby sincerely apologize if I have made any mistakes or anything which is hurted some people. So because the kind of position it demands that kind of integrity, because we know that we have very good friends of our where we were together, and because of our associations we have to miss that friends. Okay, so the only thing is, so whether we have to maintain the friendship or keep the association a priority. So we always kept our association as a priority, and so we could able to deliver whatever it is delivered with a much transparent way and without people's help. So whenever we call, whenever there is an issue, so when we go to the members, they were always welcoming. So they were always considering. So yes, we would have done some mistakes, but they are able to say, okay, these are the decision making. In the process of decision making, you will make this kind of mistakes. But with this, I thank you once again, and thank you all the members. And there is a future board meeting. I would like to tell all the members about the association functioning. Everybody thinks that we are doing a lot of work. No, virtually no. Every month you have some around 35 to 40 vouchers payment required to be made. It is not that it's too much. And out of that 7-8 electricity bills, security bills, and not much. So day-to-day operation ke liye there is a estate manager, they will take care. So what is your role as a, whenever there is some escalations, when there is an issue, which you need to consult the members and take a decision. At the same time, take some proactively in the interest of the members at the long run. Take a strategic decisions. Assuming some cultural programs are there, when cultural committee will pitch in. Until that, they don't have a job. That means it is not that they don't have a job. So they will be thinking what is the next. Their area of operation with respect to each member is restricted to their own whatever assigned jobs. So it is not that it is a major task, and definitely as a president or all the board members, we will assure you from this platform, so we will support. Hand-holding is our job. Okay. So whoever comes, whichever the committee comes, if they feel that so something required to be done from our side, we will come back. So we will help you. So request everybody to come forward and do their justice. So what I told in the first this thing, a person who works for others is a person who is with the community. A person, a group of person which is not connected to the community is more than dead than alive. So with these words, I request all the members to come forward and take the responsibility. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So with this, we have covered all the topics which we have planned for the agenda. Sir, I request if any other topics can be taken.
So just one or two, I have some things which I will then we can go for other things. See, as you know, CAM charges up to September is collected by SVVHAOA Limited. After September 2023, afterwards we started collecting. So in the month of June, July, August, those who got registered, so for 2 months, 3 months, they have not paid the CAM charges. Because we told them very clearly, we have not the body at the time, so we will start from 1st October, you collect whatever it is there. What they have done, okay, we will collect it, until they pay, we will not give a corpus. Okay, because this corpus is only for the maintenance only. So to that extent, they will hold. Okay, now some around 30 to 40 lakh rupees amount it is laying around all the members. It starts from some around 2,000 rupees in my case, with somebody's case some around 2.5 lakh rupees. So now it is almost 2 years. We can't continue this trend for too long. So majorly the amounts are stuck 30-40 lakh rupees. Those who are not registered, they have not paid 1 rupee. Some around 2.5 lakh rupees they have to pay. So those who are already registered, some 20,000, 25,000 rupees is there. So now we need to take a call whether let the SVVHAOA only collect and pay, or we will raise the invoice and close their account. Now it is almost 2 years. Okay, so and until that we will not get the money, our account will never get closed. So making simplicity, if you have any disputes, any problems, you need to take it to SVVHAOA. You say that this is excessive, whatever calculation error, whatever you want, you take it to SVVHAOA and clear. Don't leave it like that. If they are agreed, we have no problem. So otherwise, we need to take a call. Now I have 3 options. One is, let it come whenever it comes from the SVVHAOA. Number 2, give some more time to the members, and then if they are not clear, then we will raise the invoice, or raise the invoice today. Because I have already circulated this 15 days back, saying that on 10th I will raise the invoice. Okay, since all the members are there, I would like your inputs so that we can act accordingly. So from my side, there is no proposal. This is what I would like to take it from you. Thank you. Yes, sir.
During that time, sir, when I was handling, I clearly made it there in the check. They were not supposed to register. So that holding of the amount also is there for them. As simple as this. It was very clear whatever is due, they are supposed to collect, only then get those flats registered.
Yeah, so yes, your point is taken. See, they have maintained up to September 2023. I have August, for example. The 2 months, they have already registered. Even then, after that 2 months, they have maintained.
No, when they made, it was up to that particular month, only up to August, and they had calculated and then put in the account.
Yes.
It was taken to September, next month. That time, already the charges were being collected from the next association.
No, association started from 1st October 2023 onwards.
Okay, so it will only remain, forget August. Till August, they have already accounted and billed and calculated and sent to everyone.
Correct.
That is that. So only and only September 1 month.
No, I don't know. See, somebody would have registered in July. I don't know whether they have paid it or not.
They have registered in July, it is Shubha's fault. Because as per mail minutes of meeting, before registration process started, official minutes of meeting mail is the language. They are supposed to collect it. So they cannot hold this fund.
No.
Therefore, they are not collecting.
No, the thing is, see, until the registration date, they have ensured that they have collected. Okay, so assuming I am registered on 1st August, up to 1st August they have collected. Okay, the problem with remaining period, until association start maintaining. So they have given, see, out of 40 lakh rupees, some around 35 lakh rupees with some 10 to 15 individuals where they have not registered as on today. So that they will ensure that they will collect it.
Post-registration prior to October.
Yes. So that is that thing. See, there is no double collection. So the only thing is somebody has to supposed to pay, which they have not paid. Otherwise, out of 200 plus, almost 100 plus already paid. Remaining they have not paid. So they have to pay, or we will raise the invoice and close their account. So that once it will come to our invoicing, so that maintenance will come, 18% extra GST will come,
whatever the amount is there plus 18%. They are not charging 18% GST. Now if I raise the invoice, GST will come. Number two, from now onwards, 15% interest what we charge, that will start building.
My only doubt is for the amount that they are not releasing there. Are they reducing back from the amount that they have to give us and giving the reduced interest, or that is totally separate?
What they are doing is, they are giving interest on whatever the amount which they have now. So on the differential amount 30-40 lakh rupees, they are not giving. That they are passing on to the members who are not defaulted. They are charging 9% on that. If they get the interest, they will pass it on to us.
So that is not affecting our interest right now.
Which one?
Let's say, for example, how much amount is still lying with Shobha?
Some around 40 lakh rupees.
No. Our corpus lying with Shobha, what is the
Some around 1.36 crores.
In that 1.36 crores, fully they are getting the 9% interest, or they are keeping the...
Only they are giving on 80-90 lakh rupees.
So that is a loss basically.
Yes. Assuming, so they are calculating and sending. So you are supposed to pay 20, now it is not 20, it's 22. The 22 will come to us when it is collected. Okay, so now it is almost 2 years. We need to consolidate somewhere, saying that okay, this we need to take a call, whether we need, if I raise the invoice today, 18% extra GST will go, plus from now onwards they have to pay interest at the rate of 15% what is agreed on the CAM charges. I have told you 3 options. One is raise immediately or give some more buffer time to everybody to go and settle it so that they can save 18%, or let it come whenever it comes.
2 years is a long time. I think you have raising immediately.
No, I think buffer is fine because we don't know what individual issues are with Shobha. So let us have some buffer.
2 years.
Whatever. The 2 years communication
These are not like we should give
Whatever. Yes. Yes.
I think it is probably you should announce one more time in terms of what is the timeline you are going to give to the members, like 1 month or 2 months, whatever. After that, whether then you raise the invoice. At least you give a good amount of time so that they go back and settle it out.
I think that is a. So I will say, I am proposing. So can I give up to next month 10th as a buffer period to raise the invoice? Before 10th, if somebody has not paid, can I take it as, so I will raise the invoices with whatever the terms and conditions, what we have agreed now?
I think 2 months would be good. Again, I'm paid everything, so not about me, but 2 months would be
before giving the buffer date and is the amount verified by the committee? Yes, generally this much is due.
So which we have already given in 2023 and we have got it on 5,000 rupees everybody written.
That is clear.
Yeah, that is already in 2023 I have done. So as of now I have not done. So it is up to them to see what is their maintenance and then they have to pay. It is not our duty. Anyways, so each individual figure I don't know. So what is total amount divided by at that time in 2023 we got it done and it has been saved on 4-5,000. There are some calculation errors, some 4-5 lakh rupees was the issue. So that has been rectified and it has been given to everybody.
The only reason why I am asking if that amount is verified was just in case you are giving the timeline.
No, I have not.
I just finished.
Yeah.
Then you added in data, but that amount was not verified, it was much higher. Then recalculating, reversing will be a big deal.
Yes, I understand, but this is figures is given by Shobha. I am relying on the statement given by the Shobha. I am not independently verified, which we are giving enough time for you to go and do whatever reconciliation you want and come back and say that whatever. So with this, I think, can we give 45 days, keeping all the, because there are big amounts are there. So keeping that in mind, for all the invoices, from now, 45 days will be given. After 46th day, so at any point of time, we will raise the invoices, taking a fresh list from the Shobha. On 45th day to 50th day, we will take a fresh list from them and say that you are not paid. We will intimate also. After 45th day, we will send on mail to all the people, these you are the people, you are not paid. Within 1 week, if you are not paid also, we will raise it. On 52nd day or 53rd, within 2 months, we will complete this process. Should I take this as a consent of all the members? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Then 1 minute. Then there is one swimming pool, there is a repair. So because if you see, our Sham sir can explain much better. So there are some tiles, so it is coming out. And because of that, there are some seepages in the ground floor. Lighting also. So the major issue with respect to that, so we need to drain out the whole thing. and we have to do some acid wash. The moment you do the acid wash, there is a possibility that tiles will come out. So with the breakage or without the breakage, we have to see. So, and once we do that job, so then we have to do proper grouting, so that next 4, 5 years or 6 years, once again we need not touch the pool. So it is 2018-19, I think in January 2019 we have done, in 2025 we are in almost 5.5 years, 6 years. Virtually inside the pool, there is no maintenance has been done except cleaning. So this might cost us some around 4 to 5 lakh rupees. So we were searching for the tile, especially that kind of size. We didn't get it in the market. Finally we found, but little bit darker shade compared to this, but tile size everything matches, little bit dark side. So what we did it, okay, if that being the case, we will try and put it inside the pool. So because this is 7 years old tile. So this will cost us some around 4 to 5 lakh rupees. I think we need a general consent from them. So anyways, we will send the mail regarding this. I want to know whether we should proceed and complete this job or leave it to the new committee.
Two things. One, I would like to suggest, which I noticed, the small pool that you have kept it empty. It is actually a very negative thing. Even if water seepage is there, it is fine. You will have to remove every time right now if you keep it for longer time. You have to fill water and
okay.
That one part has to be done.
Yes.
Remaining just a suggestion what everyone feels like. Leave some of the next committee also to come.
The signboard of the SVG also.
That we will come to after this.
So for this,
1 minute, sir. It's a swimming pool.
as a being a civil engineer, what I suggest, instead of going to tiles, we can do the, see now beautification we can't see for that small patches. In the long term, when we are going for the renovations, at that time we will go for the beautification. Grouting to be done, groutings in a good manner, waterproof grouting, after doing the grouting, that particular area with the same color, waterproof colors are there nowadays, Asian paints and all, we can apply that color, that is good enough, and it will save money. Don't go for a tiles.
Get grout itself of the same color.
Yeah, same color you will get, that's all. Instead of going tiles, tiles is a dangerous thing because of the tiles. So we will go for this option. Either this committee.
No, what? See, now we need to take a call now. So whether we should start or you will give us anything. Next, what you are telling. It is not now. So we are talking about next after 5 years. See now.
Where you are going, instead of that tile, you do this grouting and painting, not tiles. Tiles don't go.
Anyways, in principle, you are agreed that so we will do the repair.
Yes.
So with respect to modalities, you after the meeting we will discuss. You connect with some vendors. We will see what best we can do. So in principle, I think it might charge on 4-5 lakh rupees or whatever. We will send the mail. So request you to go through and seek us any clarification or give us any suggestions. But this is not something is not budgeted in our August 2000 because up to September 2025 budget is already over. Anyways, committee has the power to take the decision in the case of emergency because there is a leakage. This will hamper the overall structure of the association is contingency as well as urgency in nature. So I consider, so with the discussion, this proposal is accepted. Thank you.
What about the compound issue you want to get?
Yes. So the compound issue, as you rightly said, so that side, so the towards you and me side, so almost 50 to 60% of the properties there is a properties have been built. There is a 30 to 40% of the property where there are gaps where they can jump and come. And with respect to next to that bar, the height of that side is only 2 feet, less than 2 feet. We told this is not going to happen, so we need to do something. Shobha told it is 7 lakh rupees we spent on this fencing. We told, so this is 7 years back you have spent on 7 lakh rupees. Today's value is not 7 lakh rupees. Ensure that whatever you are removing from here, it will get shifted to at the end. So in principle they have agreed that this will go at the end and it will happen maybe August end or first week of September. That is number one. Number two, left side of the our 3 acres of land. In that also almost 30 to 40% of the properties is already covered by mole properties. Another 30-40%, 50% I can say there is a height from that side is less. So it is something which we have to look at it, what kind of this thing budget. I don't have any numbers. We will see whether we can able to do it within our tenure, or we leave this work to the new committee. They can take care. According to me, at least to the extent of you can give a in principle approval to them, either our committee or next committee, to go ahead and do whatever needful is required.
So for this I have one suggestion. Our land since 2018 they are using. Our land, part of land. And I came to know from our last association we have written a letter for them to give rent and all. This much land they have used, nearly more than 2 acres of land for their utilization. Let them pay the rent charges, else let them make a fence and give to us.
Yes, sir. Yes, I think, see, there are, yes, it is, see, there are two different issues. See, one minute, see, don't link it to compound. It is much more than the rent we have to get it. So you make it as a separate issue. If you want to collect the rent, you collect the rent.
The rent is much higher. I have sent them for the entire plot which they had used for almost 2 years. 2 years debit notice with them.
So that is something which we will look into. So now with respect to, I am limited what I need to collect from the Shobha, assuming if they are not paying, can we keep it like that? Or we have to do something? Now, see, let us talk together. See, assuming if you ask, if they give nothing like that, if they don't give, so what is the plan B?
There is a density structure right now, right? That we can shift that to the left side.
I don't know, sir. See, because as of today, there is no communication when they are going to remove, because because the main this one is running there. So because something it falls on this thing, and they don't want us to walk on. Any resident don't want to go in that place.
Other query I have is the current development. I am attaching this compound wall and not compound wall. Roof to our compound wall. What is the action we take on that?
No, 1 minute. We will go by one by one. So with respect to left side, so can we give the authority to the committee? So whatever it is needful, whether it is this committee or new committee, they can take it forward and do the whatever the things is required.
Who continue, who comes, they have to anyway put in a budget. That time come across as a budget.
When budget will come, sir? 2026 the budget already approved. Okay, so as of now there is no budget. So let the committee comes with the budget, with the expenses, so they can take it forward. So I think so with this proposal. So I will say, see now as of now we have not given any mandate to do anything. Our new committee can come back with the budget and get the approval and go ahead with the proposal. That's what is the mandate is given. Yes, sir.
Something has to be done. There are dogs coming inside and outside.
No, that side it has been taken care, sir. So that that's you and me side has been taken care. We are talking about left side. So anyways, so that new committee can look into that portion of the things. I think with this my proposals are over. Say, which one? Which one?
The neighbor who's directly attached to the compound.
Yes, I will tell you on this. See, I think they have done the RCC on, I think Sunday or something like that. So on Friday, we have been informed to them saying that it should not attach to our compound wall. They have constructed, it has been noticed, and we have already told them. They told, sir, now only we put the concrete, we can't cut it, but we will cut it, that portion, and ensure that we will show that empty space and we will show it to you. So because they have put the concrete, because stability of the things it will come down, so they told that, so they are going to cut, and so that it will not attach to our compound wall. This is what we got it, we spoke to our estate manager, spoke to them, and they came, and then they have told this is what we are going to do. Officially means everything is verbal only. Everything is verbal only. We'll make it clear it is verbal. So if anything comes, we will see. Okay. So with this, I thank all the residents once again. With this, I will give it to the Suresh sir to take it forward.
Thank you, Shivshankar sir. Thank you, everybody. It has been a long time now. Good afternoon. So let me just put my thanks across to everybody over here. On behalf of the association, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our members who from the beginning have placed their trust and confidence in our team. Your faith in us has been both an immense responsibility and a constant source of inspiration. And we have done our best to live up to your expectation in every possible way. Throughout our tenure, we have worked with sincerity, dedication, and a shared sense of purpose to bring about positive changes and improvements within our community. This journey would not have been as meaningful or rewarding without your continued encouragement and active participation. Your support has turned challenges into opportunities and aspirations into achievements. We are also deeply thankful to our residents and tenants for their understanding, cooperation, and willingness to take part in community matters. Whenever we have sought assistance, whether for an event, a maintenance requirement, or a collective decision, your response has always been prompt and wholehearted. Our gratitude extends to our estate manager and the entire supporting staff whose hard work and commitment have been instrumental in ensuring the smooth day-to-day functioning of the association. Their behind-the-scenes efforts have kept our facilities well maintained, our events well organized, and our residents well served. We would like to acknowledge and thank our auditors, bankers, suppliers, and service providers, each of whom has played a vital role in helping us maintain high standards of governance, financial discipline, and operational efficiency. Their professionalism and reliability have been a great asset to our association. We thank our gardening team led by Ashok for the excellent work done towards maintaining our landscape and maintaining the greenery. We would like to thank our team taking care of environmental sustainability by conducting many important events. Last but not the least, we thank our cultural committee for taking lead and organizing festivals in such a grand way involving every resident, be it men, women, adults, or children. This period has been an enriching experience for all of us on the managing team, filled with learning, camaraderie, and satisfaction of working together towards a shared vision. As we look ahead, we remain confident that the spirit of unity, mutual respect, and collective responsibility will continue to guide our community to even greater milestones. On this occasion, we would like to extend full support to the new board members that would take charge. Thank you once again to each and every one of you for making this journey such a memorable and meaningful chapter in the history of our association. From September 1st, 2025, we wish the new team all the best. Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to place on record the thanks of Mr. Jagdish sir. Wherever there is a PWC SSP connection issue, so he used to go to department. So his wife is the member, so but he voluntarily taken up all the government related issues there, and our Narsim Bhatt sir is there. So he is the person. So where there is a tree plantation here and area, as well as raising the issues, and see to it that he will stand on the floor there and used to get the work done. I think we should, at this point of time, we should thank him also. Thank you. Yes, there are many 101 people, they have contributed in their own capacity. I am not taking everybody's name. So I request you to consider this request as my each personal gratitude to each and every members of our association who contributed directly, indirectly to maintain this association intact. Thank you very much, one and all. Thank you.
On behalf of all the members, ನಾವು ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಸೂಚಿಸೋಣ. ಅವ್ರ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾರು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಸೋ ಈಸಿ ಜಾಬ್. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡೋದೇ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಅಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ 2 years ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಲಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೇನ್ಸ್ at the sacrifice of their own personal things. So from the bottom of the heart, we should appreciate all the board.
Thank you, sir. Signboard, don't have an idea how much it will cost. I think new committee members can take it forward. Thank you very much.